Are we live?
We're live.
Welcome back, you bunch of animals, to the Track Walk Pod with Peach and Evan, where we talk all wrong opinions on Formula Un, dude.
Formula One.
Formula Un, dude.
Dude.
What a race, man.
What a race weekend.
What a race coming off the back of a fantastic USGP. Now, what a season this has turned into, my friend.
What an interesting season.
It really is.
It really is. Get
So,
that shit out of
Get
here.
that shit out of here, bro.
We don't
What the
need
fuck are you
throw
doing?
blankets.
So yeah, this is coming off the back of me going to the race,
Well, I would ask you about your weekend, but I want to save that for
the actual podcast.
the actual segment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't give a fuck about your weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Essentially
you
is what I'm saying.
for another 5 minutes, and then,
and
you're gonna
then
do
I'll
it.
care.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. There it
All
is.
right.
Pete showing his true colors. Yes, that was a fantastic race.
I'm sure it was amazing to be at.
It was amazing to be at. It actually meant something. And
A
it's
bit
not
of controversy.
a bit of controversy, and going to the race is a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass, man.
You're like, I'll say it here first.
Oh, it's a pain in my fucking ass to go to those races.
It's fucking hard. I
But
can
it's
only
so worth
imagine.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
so
want to
worth
hear
it.
about the logistics too.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So today, people, listen to this shit, okay? We got breaking news. Coda facing a hefty fine. Why? Stay tuned in and shut up.
Right.
We're going to talk about my weekend and what it's like to actually go to Coda for the USGP. And then we'll talk about the sprint, the race, and then get into our race predictions.
Review our race prediction.
And then guess what, you stupid bitches?
we got a race coming this weekend too.
It's race week, you stupid motherfuckers. God damn it, you pieces of shit. It's race week.
Quit berating the audience.
Sorry,
please.
guys.
Please.
My bad.
God.
And then, yeah, we got race predictions for the Mexican GP.
Yeah.
So,
So,
without further ado, my friend, let's crack a beer and let's get into it.
hey, I was wondering if you wanted any plugs today or no.
Hit me with the plugs.
All right. You're right.
Hit me with the plugs.
Follow us at Track Walk Pod. I'm not making another slip again.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I do that, I am offing myself. Go follow us at Track Walk Pod. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, and then follow us wherever you get your podcast content. Give it a like, give it a follow, rate us, and subscribe, please. We love all of your support. Welcome to the new folks, and welcome back to you guys who have been here from the beginning.
Peach, that was fire, dog.
Thanks, man.
That was fire. Go follow Only F1 Fans on Instagram.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, without further ado,
Here we go.
let's crack a beer. I'm going to go first.
I'm going to go away from my computer this time.
Crispy.
Last week, the
Yeah,
scare.
that was brutal. Okay.
Woo.
Pretty solid from both of us. Cheers, buddy. Let's talk some Formula One.
Cheers, bro. Let's do it.
What'd you think of the song, dude? You couldn't get to it first. What'd you think of the song?
I know.
Now, I told you, if someone comments about the song, it's done. I'm done asking about it.
And we've had no comments.
We've had no comments. That's up to you guys.
Maybe I should just create a profile for myself in the comments so we could be done.
You
Just
could do it.
Sabotage.
Just one comment.
Self-sabotage.
One comment will do it, and I will stop asking that question. Song was fire.
Song is great.
Song is great.
I do love it. And we Sarah and I listened to it in the car the other day. She's like, it does go hard.
It does kind of slap in those speakers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of slap in those speakers.
Oh, here we go. How was the weekend?
Wait, let's go for breaking news first.
Oh, sorry. You're right. You're right. Oh, I
Beep,
jumped
beep,
the gun.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Now, Coda, the track in Austin, is being faced with a 550,000 euro. Is it euro?
I saw dollar in a report, but I also saw euro in another report.
Okay.
So
regardless, they're slapped with about
money
a half
exchange.
with a $500,000 fine because people in the grandstand right in front of the pits jumped 2 fences,
Scaled fences,
and hopped onto the track
while it was still hot. Is that temperature-wise?
Yeah, right. I mean,
dude, but honestly, that's wild.
What are you guys doing?
It wasn't like 4 or 5. It was 200 people.
That's wild.
200 people.
What are you guys doing?
Right.
Just be a normal person.
Don't jump fences.
And follow the rules.
That brings me to my question. Like, was it a lot of classy people there? Was there like a decent mix? Was it like half hillbilly, half classy?
It was a lot of Hispanic people, of course, like just because it's proximity to Mexico. So lots of Checo fans.
Yeah, right.
So I'm sure they were like trying to get closer, and they're all Red Bull fans. Like they tried to get. I'm sure they wanted to get on the podium.
Well, I was just curious if it was like, woo, let's jump the fence and go get the drivers.
I know.
Hey, driver, drive these.
It didn't seem like too rowdy.
Yeah.
Honestly, like people were pretty in check. But as far as that goes, I didn't see a lot of people like that were ready to jump fences and like fuck over like the security and blah blah blah. But it was weird, like the tiers to it. I mean, the amount of the difference in
you were saying
tax brackets.
There's levels. Yeah.
There's levels to that shit.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. Like you have me, like the poorest dude, sit in the grandstand, walk around with the masses. Okay? And then there's like a level up where it's like, you know, corporate people who are like, oh, so like last year,
passes and sweet passes.
Exactly. And so like people that get golf carted to their area.
Right.
And then there's like the top of the top, like rich and famous.
Right.
You get filed in on a helicopter and then golf carted to the paddock area.
Jeez. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but did you hear of or know of anyone like uber famous that was at the race?
Yeah, I think there were a bunch of fucking influencers that were there and
Probably.
movie stars, and I mean it's the USGP, but like
was Brad Pitt there
I don't know,
promoting the F1 movie?
I don't think so. I didn't see him at turn 1.
Ah, fuck.
He
didn't come up and say what up to you?
No.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there's levels to it, man.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, I didn't really see too much rowdiness, so it is kind of surprising to see like people
there
were
was
flooding
200
the track.
people worth of jumping over a fence.
That's like Travis Scott Astro World activities is what that is.
But you did say it is kind of deferred to 2026.
Yeah,
if
so the fines
have no more like
right. So the FIA was like, "Listen, this hasn't happened before, and there are a bunch of animals out there. There's not much you could do about that. So we'll hold this. We'll hold like 350,000 of it. We'll put that on hold if you can keep your shit together for 2025 and 2026.
Then they'll give it back."
And Coda's like, "Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We won't let it happen again.
Dude.
We're sorry."
So yeah, so that's breaking news.
That's hilarious.
So
Do better,
guys. Figure it out. Just follow the fucking rules.
Right?
Follow the goddamn rules, dude.
Now can I ask?
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Dude, the weekend was so much fucking fun.
I want you to describe to me being at the race like I'm a
third grader. Yeah.
Like I'm a third grader.
Okay. So the weekend, so we started off with practice and sprint qualifying, right?
And you went to everything, right?
We went to everything. The sprint. So we show up, right?
I want to interrupt. Like, were those days crazy, or was it kind of you get
crazy?
Really?
Yes. Insanity.
Like even traffic. Like you were telling me, it was absolutely bonkers getting in and out of the place.
Okay,
right?
so this is like
But even in practice, it was crazy.
Yeah. So this is the sad reality of like COTA, maybe any other track, but that's the only one I've been to. Is like Coda, um, Coda shuts down. I guess because there's a lot of people living in that area. Like
Right.
there's a lot of rural people, and then
Right.
in when was it 2012? Some guy just decided to buy a fuck ton of land and put a sick fucking racetrack there.
Yeah.
And then these people in this area were like, I was trying to get away from all of this, and now it's just pandemonium every year during this time. So they shut down.
But at least it's one time a year, folks.
I know, exactly. But
Continue.
they shut down all of the back roads going that you could, every single tiny little road you could think, like, oh, maybe we can go back this way. They shut that shit down. There's a cop fucking blocking that shit off. And you're like, bro. So we were thinking, like, what if we just told the guys that we live here?
Right.
Maybe they can just let
you
us
through. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
But so that part's a nightmare. So there's like 3 areas where you can get in, where you funnel 150,000 people through 3 avenues to get into the track. What the fuck?
Just like logistically, how does this work out?
Dude, and then we got fucked one time where we funneled in through like the main fucking funnel.
All right.
And it took us like an hour and a half to get through the traffic.
I would have lost my mind.
It sucks, bro.
I'm surprised you didn't lose your mind.
I mean, what can you do?
I know, but knowing you, like when we went to the bar in Steamboat, and there was an inconvenience of like 70 people packed in this tiny bar, you're like, I have to get out of here. I'm gonna freak out.
Well, I mean, I'm
gonna start swinging.
Yeah, there's so many fucking people, and you're like, there's gotta be a better way for this to like.
Right.
And it's like opening up all the fucking all the rural roads, but
right.
So that was day 1. We got fucked by going into the main entrance.
Okay.
So like an hour and a half, bro. Next. So Friday practice and qualifying. It's buzzing the whole time. I mean, obviously you don't have. It's not like packed grandstands, but there's still 100,000 fucking people there.
Right.
And the first day was super nice. Like it was cloudy, so like you chilled in your seats and it was fine.
You weren't like baking.
Weren't baking. So practice 1 happened, and then in between practice 1 and sprint qualifying, you had like a 3 to 4 hour gap.
Yeah.
To like fill in time.
What'd you do?
Drank.
Did you go to shops?
Go to shops.
Yeah.
And here's another harsh reality of fucking going to the race. The prices of the merch there.
You're like, you think groceries are inflated.
Dude, like, it's like hats that you could find online for like $65, which is still ridiculous, by the way.
You could still get these same hats off of like Temu.
Well, yeah. But I saw a sick McLaren hat. I was like, that one's fucking dope. I want to get that McLaren hat. They're like, cool. They like showed me it. I was like, how much? They're like, $115. I was like, go fuck yourself.
For a hat.
Go absolutely shit in your hand and fuck yourself.
Oh my God.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
How are booze prices there? Can you bring in coolers?
So we brought in, now I don't know if this is like a secret,
okay,
but what we did was we took a handle of vodka and like filled up water bottles and put them in our backpack.
Yeah, you're just like high school all over again.
Exactly. That's what it felt
like.
But
are people allowed to bring in coolers?
I don't know about coolers. Backpacks, yes.
Because at the IMS, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indiana, you can bring in a fucking roller cooler.
Yeah. I didn't see people with coolers. Backpacks, though, yes.
Okay.
So they didn't check. They were like, oh, but aerosol can. We had sunscreen. And they're like, no aerosol cans. We're like, I have like a gallon of vodka in here, and you're worried about the sunscreen. What are you guys doing?
It's like that video of the guy batting him down, and he's just
just letting him through. Like, go on.
Go ahead.
It's like, is that sunscreen? Get the fuck out of here. You get cancer, but you also get to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So
that's hilarious. And so you guys just bought sodies.
So yeah. So the last 2 years we would go. And this is probably so bad for your health, dude. But I mean, we were just slamming Red Bull vodka. Like we would just get Red Bulls and like a glass of ice and be like, cool, here you go. And then this year, get this, they didn't have Red Bull there.
Why?
Red Bull was not at the event anywhere.
Like any Red Bull merch or anything?
No, Red Bull merch was there. I'm talking about just the drink.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy to me because, I mean, like, you guys have a whole team?
Maybe they, like, clamp down on serving energy drinks or something.
Maybe.
It's got to be something, the mix of alcohol and energy drinks.
Whatever it was, they were like, no Red Bull
They're
here.
like, we saw what happened when Panera put out those lemonade surges.
People dying?
And it gave 3 people a heart attack. We're like, we don't need that lawsuit. They're like, we're going to just take ourselves out of this equation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So,
okay.
So, yeah, there was no Red Bull, which was wild to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to fill in however much time, but the other years, like, you're just pounding Red Bull vodkas and you're just amped the whole fucking day, bro.
Yeah.
Amped, dude. So no Red Bull. So what we did was we got lemonades, and those fire lemonades that you get at, like, any kind of sports games.
Yeah, yep.
And then we just, drank whatever and, like, dumped the vodka in there
absolutely.
and just had vodka lemonades all fucking day.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
Another question, what was the, like, highest contingency of fan bases there?
What do you mean?
Like, what were the largest groups, like, supporting?
Checo. It was
Really?
Checo and Franco.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, like,
Is it the Argentinian connection, probably?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like those South Americans fucking love that kid, dude. Which is
Interesting.
like, bro, you could cash in on some merch on Franco Calapinto.
What do you mean?
They love him.
Oh, like if you were a vendor?
Love him, dude.
Yeah.
Cashed in, I'm sure, on Franco merch.
Yeah.
So
Was there, I mean, and then it was just like a kind of a hodgepodge of everything else?
yeah.
Was there like a dedicated orange section there or anything, or no?
No, not that I saw. Yeah,
Not that
there
I
was
saw on the...
there was a Logan Sargent grandstand.
Was it really?
No.
Okay, follow-up question, like, what was the most ridiculous thing that you saw? Like, was there any, like, crazy ridiculous outfits like they do in, I think it's in China or...
Well, yeah, I saw a
Was
guy.
there any,
I saw
like,
a guy with like
super
one
cool
of those
shit?
with one of those Ferrari hats. It was like a whole ass car
Yeah.
on his hat.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of the Mexican fans rocking like the lucha libre like wrestling masks and shit like that.
Fuck yeah.
And,
I have myself a couple of those.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it's crazy like what they charge for. Like it's so like I said, there's levels to it. Like they charge so much money for any sort of elevated experience, dude.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Like, and they don't want to give out any kind of freebies of any kind.
Right.
Like, bro, listen to this. So at Coda, we go into one of the merch stores and we're frying out there. It was in between the sprint race and qualifying.
You guys are just in there like SpongeBob.
Water. Yeah, and so, we're in the merch store, and I'm kind of like browsing around, and I kind of like get in front of the fan for a little bit, and like one of the staff that was working there was like, "Hey man, if you're not buying anything, you got to get the fuck out of here." I'm like dying, sweating my ass off in front of the fan. I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out. What are you doing in here?" He's like, you want any kind of luxury like that, go to the Lenovo tent. Like Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah.
So any sort of like luxury, any sort of just like the only way you're getting
any kind of comfort.
Yes, anytime like the only way you're getting a free water bottle from them is if you're passed out on the fucking ground. They're like, get him water. Like, well, it's $4.25. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild. It's just like the harsh reality of it, dude.
How was the weather being there? Was it like crazy blistering hot?
Last year it was like 90 to 95 degrees. It was so fucking hot. This year, day 1 was cloudy. Day 2 was like 80, 85, which was nice.
Yeah, not bad.
And then, 85 like on race day. So it was fine.
Did anyone in the group just get roasted?
We all did. I mean, we're all roasting out there.
Yeah.
And then they brought out the GT Cup, like the Porsches.
Yeah, that's sick.
We saw that. We saw their qualifyings. We saw their practices. We saw their races. They brought out the old school F1 cars, and they were running like the V12s,
Was it like
bro.
loud as fuck?
Loud as fuck, dog. So sick.
How hard were you?
Very rock hard. It like rumbles your chest,
Yeah.
dude. It's so fucking cool.
That's sick.
But those GT3 cars are like louder than the F1 cars. I swear to God.
Yeah.
They're
That would
so
make sense.
loud.
That would make sense.
They're so fucking loud. So yeah, that was cool to watch. And like I said, the money that goes into it, like we last year we were at turn 2. Grandstands turn 2. And we went back in there this year and we noticed like there's no grandstands in turn 2.
Really?
Lenovo, you know, the tech company,
Yeah.
completely just bought out turn 2
Hospitality
and made
tent
it like
and
a
shit.
hospitality tent.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck, man? What kind of money
There's
goes
so
into
much
that?
money into all of it.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. So anyways, that was kind of our experience for it.
What was the best? I know you had some food you were excited lined up. What was the best food you all
Austin
had?
food. So there's also
I know you guys were like, "Oh, we're going to this badass restaurant." Did you end up going? And
Yeah.
did it live up to the expectations?
So first of all, food at the track was dog shit.
And I'm sure it was expensive as all get out.
Dude, it was like $40 for a gyro, $25 for a chopped brisket sandwich.
Jesus Christ!
I paid like $25 for 3 shit fuck ass bitch tacos. Shit fuck ass tacos, bro.
They're just ass
$25, bro. Like the tortilla disintegrated in my hand. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Anyways, so the restaurants we went to: Three Forks Steakhouse, Fonda San Miguel, a Mexican spot, which was fire, and then Red Ash. Red Ash. In all these restaurants, like, bro, you had to 3 months in advance, like you had to be on the fucking Open Table app, ready to put a reservation down at fucking midnight because those things get ate up like that
for that weekend.
Yeah. So like, stayed up at, one of my buddies stayed up until midnight, fucking waiting for those fucking reservations to open and got that shit. So ate good. We saw the Red Bull crew at Red Ash on Saturday.
What do you mean?
Like the Red Bull, I'm sure there were engineers, probably big wigs. Like,
oh shit!
They were all rocking Red Bull gear going into that place.
Hell yeah!
What the fuck? Pretty sure there was a junior driver there.
How do you know that they worked for Red Bull? Like anyone could waltz in there wearing Red Bull shit.
25 of them?
Okay.
25 people were wearing fucking Red Bull gear? It's like, I doubt.
All right.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I have a comment. Someone on the baseball team, Bobby, when you came and played, the guy that kind of runs the baseball team, he's like, dude, I saw the track walk Instagram story and I knew you were at Keystone, and I was like, what kind of fucking life do you live where you're up in the mountains in Keystone and you fly to Austin to the race? I was like, no, it was Evan.
We got 2 people rocking that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. He was like, I couldn't believe the weekend you had. And then last question, unless there's more you want to tell about the experience before I have
no, not much.
One question. Are you gonna do Coda again?
Yeah.
Like, is it?
It's like a thing.
After. Okay. Well,
we're like
so like is it like? I was going to ask, are you going to do it again? All of the headaches that are associated with it, is the experience worth it?
So fucking worth it, dude.
Okay.
So fun. It's just like a giant, incredible car festival.
Right.
Is what it is. And like the nerves, like I can't imagine what the drivers go through, like the nerves and shit, but like I was a little bit anxious before the start. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Dude, you see the fucking cars like come out, like the build up for it is incredible, man. The job, I can't imagine what kind of logistics go into fucking setting all of that up, dude.
Right.
It's just so big. It took us like an hour and a half, 2 hours to just walk half the track, bro.
Right.
It's incredible. I mean, like, and there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there's someone trying to get your money. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cool.
What are you gonna expand? Like your races you've been to in the future. Do you have any plans to go to?
I think,
Like I think most likely I'll go to Montreal.
yeah, that'd be sick. But
I think that's where I want to go.
But the thing is you look at all of the European races, how much cheaper they are to go to. But I mean, it's the logistics of getting there, Airbnb, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a friend in Austin who we just crashed at his place,
Right.
which made the Airbnb like it knocks off like $1,000 off of everyone's bill, right?
And flying from here to Austin is
cheap,
nothing.
Cheap, yeah. So, so I'm sure like we would look into a European race at some point.
Yeah.
Silverstone would be bad the fuck ass. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Dude, my father-in-law, I think I've told you this before, like happened to be in Europe, and he's like, it just so happened they were in Italy like during Monza.
Yeah.
And they went. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
what a cool fucking like
we'll just go to Monza.
happenstance.
That's cool.
Fuck you, you retired old man.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the build up of the race was fucking cool. I mean, like you got every single person you see has their phone fucking up in the air. It's just like,
you've been to enough sporting events. Was the flyover on par or better than others you've seen before?
it was fine. The
What
flyover,
was it?
It was. I couldn't tell you right now. It would
Like
take me too long.
F-16. I think it was like
they weren't
four
F-16s. It was like
It was 4 fighter jets though.
there were
wasn't it, or
4 fighter
something?
jets. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was fucking cool. But
Mhm.
last week, or 2 weeks ago,
Here.
we had F-35s fly over.
Yeah.
Which is like one of the. It's not an F-22, but it's almost like just as badass as an F-22.
Yeah.
Them bitches are bad and like,
Yeah. Like when
rumbled the whole fucking place, dude.
when we were here with it, it wasn't the loudest I have been, but they had like the I think they call them the Hercules.
Yeah.
Like they're the one with the 4 props.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah,
the
yeah.
transport one.
Yeah.
And they were late, so they were hauling. They were
Shit,
dude.
that's
They
cool.
were honestly like 30 seconds late.
That's crazy.
And they were hauling balls. Like it was cool. They seemed low, but like I was curious if it topped anything else.
No, I think that just being at the apartment and seeing those F-35s fly by.
Out
was
of
fucking
500, I had a flyover with B-2 bomber.
sick. Yeah, that's badass.
pretty
That's
fucking
bad
sick.
The fuck ass. So yes, overall, like yes, I will do that. And we're refining the process every single year. Like we get better and better at leaving. We get better and better at. I mean, like people like sat in traffic. Like we left before the rate, like before each event ended, just so we can get away from traffic.
You're like,
People were.
did you guys run?
Kind of, yeah. We were
Like
kind
a
of running.
light jog?
We took off like with a couple seconds left in the last lap, and we're like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Bro, people were left in traffic for like 3 hours and couldn't get out, couldn't even move for like 3 hours. I saw TikToks. I was
Sounds
like,
horrible.
bro, like there's no. I'm so glad. Like I'd rather not do that.
Right.
Right? Like I'd
I'd
just
rather miss this,
not fuck
and not
around
do
with that. Yeah, exactly. So there is that. So yeah, we're
Maybe
slowly.
Maybe one day I'll tag along with you.
You should,
guys.
dude. It'd be a blast. So, anyways, I'll stop talking your guys' ear off about it. But, all in all, do it, bro. It's such a fun experience.
Yeah.
But it is a pain in the ass. There are plenty of headaches that go with
Logistic
it.
headaches, yeah.
There are. It's a grind. You're out in the sun for a very, very long time. But then second you see those fucking cars on track, you're like, this is the coolest shit I have ever seen.
Then
in
it
my
goes
life.
away.
It goes away, dude.
Yeah.
It's an incredible.
And you're like, I
experience.
can't believe I'm fucking here.
It doesn't look real in
You're
person.
like giddy.
It looks, those cars float in there.
Yeah.
They float compared to anything else I've ever seen. It's
Yeah.
just like, wow, dude. And the crazy part is like, what a production it is, right? Like, how much money people.
It's not just a race. It's an
right.
event.
It's an event.
It's like a social. It's a show off your wealth event.
Show
type
off.
of-
Yeah. It's a dick measuring
peacocking
contest.
event.
Yeah. It's a dick measuring contest. Is what it really is. What
with
all,
a race.
Yeah, it really is. It really is like you show up in F1 is a dick measuring contest, like
Yeah.
in all senses of the word. So, but the crazy part is like what an event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like for us, for our group, right, it takes like a year, like I don't know, like 6 months to figure out the logistics of how we're gonna make this work, right? Bro, these drivers do that every weekend,
Mm-hmm.
week in and week out.
The teams.
The teams do that, and it's like, this is your
And
life.
it's amplified.
This is your life, dude.
They're figuring out, like, y'all are figuring out your bags and transportation. Those fuckers are figuring out how to transport whole shipments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's wild.
International commerce.
They do that every goddamn week, and then the drivers just show up.
I can see how, like, addicting and how gratifying that job is, too.
Yeah.
To be like, I orchestrated this week flawlessly.
Yeah, yep. It's a cool fucking thing, man. And
Yeah.
that's a really, really fun event to go to. Highly recommend.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. All right.
Enough yapping about that.
Let's get into racing, man.
Enough yapping about that. Now, listen. 2 things. Checo, we fucking noticed.
We
The other thing,
always notice.
we always notice, dude. Number 2, Carlos, dude. Did they fire the wrong driver? No. Shut up about it, dude.
It's always going to be no.
No, dude. No.
Checo, don't think we didn't see.
We fucking noticed, dude.
I did see something on fucking, I don't know, where it came through, like Instagram. Oh, no, it was your post.
What was it?
When that kid
Oh.
that was a great fucking one. You got some good numbers on it too,
Some
man.
bangers, dude. Yeah, well, go follow Only F1 fans on Instagram.
Yeah,
bro.
I'll admit that one was
We do
fucking
numbies.
song. Anytime Checo makes a little mistake,
The whole internet fucks him up, dude. Drop kicks him.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man. All right. So qualifying, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it.
Page,
What? I didn't watch the sprint. I watched the race. I didn't.
sprint qualifying or qualifying?
Either.
Both. Oh, man.
I was busy
He was
for
busy.
my anniversary.
He-
We were celebrating our wedding anniversary. What do you
Okay,
want me to
alright,
do?
All right, fine.
I found time to watch the race, though.
That's good. Okay.
So you're going to have to help me limp through this portion.
Well, I didn't see it either.
You were there.
That's what I'm saying.
You're like, I was there physically, mentally,
Right.
and everything else. I mean, all that I know is George crashed.
In qualifying?
In
So yeah,
Q3.
George. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. So Max was on a heater.
What a
too.
start.
Max was on purple sectors,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like everyone goes, "Oh!" And you kind of like look off into the distance, and you see like dust and like a little bit of a car, and then yeah, it shows like George Russell or like yellow flag, safe or yellow flag. We're like, "Oh shit!"
Okay.
Lando Norris pole.
Do you guys have, like, where you were, do you have a Jumbotron to
We have a
look at?
jumbotron, but like you can't really see it. Like
Really?
you have to take your phone out and zoom into it to
What?
see. Yeah,
No shit.
yeah, because it's across the track.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I know, and it's like a shitty fucking screen. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw that happen, and like the whole crowd goes, "Oh!" Like, what the fuck happened? You see like down
Yeah.
the way, you have like dust settling.
And you're like,
shit.
who's off? Who crashed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So George Russell, what are you doing? George Russell, he may be on his way out. He is still the stepchild that Toto just doesn't really want. They have their eyes on Max, dude.
Yeah. I mean, with all the rumors flying,
Dude.
potentially. I guess that brings up a point of, like, I just feel like every time I saw any image in the garage for Mercedes, it's like Kimi standing right next to Toto.
With Toto stressed out.
I can only imagine him just like putting his arm around him
Yeah,
and be
like,
like,
we'll
I
change
can't
this."
wait till you're here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how good we're gonna be
Dude,
when you're here?
unbelievable.
Kimmy's like, oh god, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well, the car, I mean, like, George in the actual race, though, started
Right.
from the pit lane, 5th, 6th,
P6
P6.
from pit lane.
So it was like,
Kind of a
okay.
banger.
Kind of a banger from George.
Yeah.
A little bit of a banger.
And a shit-ass weekend from Lewis.
Dude.
Just all around.
He's mentally checked out. He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I mean, what? There's 4 or 5?
Five
races left.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's done.
He's checked, bro.
He's like, can I go to Ferrari now?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, like, in one of the interviews, Lewis admitted he was like, yeah, I offered my upgrades to George. It's like, what are you doing?
What?
Yeah. George totaled his car, obviously.
Yeah, right.
And Lewis is like, hey, man, like, I'm not going to really be here. This isn't really my car anymore. Do you just want my upgrades?
I'm just kind of packing it in
I'm
here.
just
bud.
not feeling
Yeah.
Mercedes Formula One at the moment. Do you want my upgrades
That's
for this
wild.
weekend?
Hey,
And-
or take the perspective, ultimate team player.
Ultimate team player. Now Ferrari's
He's
like,
a team guy.
yeah, Ferrari's licking their chops. They're like, oh, this guy's gonna give old Chuckles the fucking win here. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I guess fuck sprint qualifying. Fuck the sprint race. Fuck qualifying. We were going to limp through that anyways. Let's get into the race.
Well, the sprint race, there was a lot of things that were going on in the sprint race.
All right.
We had the feud between Fernando and Liam.
Yeah.
Bro, you come in hot to F1.
He's like, who is this idiot?
Yeah, like, you come into F1, and then you have the two-time, baby. You have the two-time and most veteran guy on the grid in all of F1 history. And he comes at you hot like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah.
And Liam's like, who's this Fernando guy that's like yelling at? Who's
How do
this
you say
Fernando
that?
guy? Fernando?
Fernando?
Who's this Fernando guy that keeps yelling at me?
Ferdinand?
Hey, his last name's like Alonso,
Yeah.
and he keeps arguing with me. I don't know what he was doing.
Dude, those images of them, like,
Arguing?
him just chewing him out.
Bro, you know what that means? That means that Liam Lawson is a fucking dog, bro. If you have the two-time most veteran F1 driver coming at you like, what the fuck were you doing? And Lawson's like, I was racing, bitch.
He's got
Fuck you.
balls.
I got balls of steel. That shit was dragging behind my car. Did you see my balls dragging behind my car?
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso?
He's like in a Silverado with the balls hanging
Yeah,
down. He's like,
dude.
you like them?
Lick 'em. Lick 'em, Fernando.
Okay.
Lick them balls.
That was a wild exchange, though.
I mean,
I'd
like,
love
but
to
dude,
see
it was hard racing. Liam Lawson is that man.
Well, he's like, I think that's what Formula One kind of needs at the moment is like someone who's not going to roll over and not contest a position.
Right, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking battle and fight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Fernando is like a cyber bully. He's like, he beat the shit out of Hamilton, beat the shit out of Ocon. He's like, I need someone to cyberbully now. So he's like, let's find Liam.
Yeah.
Let's find the youngest driver
The
on the
newest
grid.
guy.
Let's
What's
fuck
it?
with him a little bit.
Dan Campbell says he's like, we're gonna scrap, we're gonna battle, and we're gonna bite kneecaps.
Yeah.
That's Liam Lawson, dude. It's like, I'm gonna bite your kneecaps off. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Lawson's like, I don't know who this Fernando guy is, but I beat the shit out of him. Dude, it was
I
funny
can tell you
because
that much.
after the sprint race, we watched qualifying, right?
Right.
We saw and we heard about the feud. I was looking at Instagram. I saw them arguing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, there's something going on between the two. Sure enough, like during qualifying, I see Liam coming out of the pits with a Fernando, like with a Aston right behind him. I was like, no way is that Fernando. And then sure enough, like was like trying to get by him out of the pits. I saw it live. I was like, oh shit. And so like out of nowhere, Fernando just like cuts him off, takes the inside, and like, and then later I saw the onboard and and Lawson was like, Lawson's engineer was like, yeah, that was Fernando. Don't worry about that. And Lawson was like, yeah, that's what Fernando told me he was gonna do. It's exactly what he told me he was gonna do.
He's like, I already knew it was gonna happen. I was expecting it.
But I mean, if you're not driving like an asshole and like pit maneuvering him, and you're getting the two-time pissed off, maybe you're doing something right.
Maybe you're
dude.
doing something. Yeah.
That Red Bull seat is looking nice.
And right, I think that's kind of what the internet was saying is like, yo, this guy has a 6-race audition. Like, he's got to fight his balls off for everything that he can to have a seat next year. Like, he knows what's at stake.
Yeah.
That he's like, I gotta lay it all on the fucking
Exactly.
line right now. I don't have any time to fuck around.
And I think Lawson is doing backstroke in Yuki's head. And I love Yuki, but like, I think Lawson is swimming in that sweet little Japanese man's head doing backstroke. Because
this is your favorite. This is your favorite topic.
Liam and
No, you did the Franco and Albon's head. You did Liam and Yuki's head.
I love the rookies coming in.
No,
and
I know.
showing motherfuckers what is up, dog.
And putting some pressure on the
pressure on these guys who have had it easy.
Established.
Like, R.I.P. Daniel Ricciardo, but like,
all due respect, he wasn't what he had been.
He wasn't what he was, and he was not doing great.
Right.
And Yuki was kind of beating the shit out of him.
Right.
He's kind of shoving him into lockers, being like, "Fuck you."
It shows what a competition can be between quality teammates.
Exactly. And then same thing with Colapinto. Everyone's like,
Right.
"Oh, Albon got fucked out of Red Bull. Albon this, Albon that. Like, give him another chance." They gave him another chance. He had 2 shit teammates. Now you have Colapinto in there in his head, bro.
Right.
And now you have Alex Albon throwing fits over everything.
Right.
These rookies are something else, dude. Behrman fucked up Hulkenberg. I don't know. Who needs to leave Formula One is my question at this point.
I know that's a topic you wanted to talk about. Like, who is there to kick out, though? Like, Zhou, but that seat's already spoken
I saw that
for.
motherfucker spin out with no one around him.
Yeah. That seat's already spoken for, right?
There he goes, braking. Oh, he's deep. Oh, he spun out. Where is everyone? There's no one there. He just spun out on his own.
Yeah.
What? It was so funny, dude. Just like you see everyone go through, and then there's just like Zhou. You're like, what a lonely, lonely race this guy has every race.
So now it puts into question, I think going back to like who needs to leave, it puts into question, is it time for Valtteri to move off and to greener pastures, and that means it opens up the door for a Franco or for a Liam?
Right. Yeah.
Depending on what, I mean, the seat is open at VCarb.
Right.
Next
sure
year,
is.
right? So
Yeah.
Liam, I guarantee you he just stays there.
You think he stays, or do you think he takes Checo's seat, bro?
I don't know. You make a good point of like, I felt it firsthand what the Checo Perez effect is.
It is crazy, man.
So
them motherfuckers go wild for Checo.
So again, it's like, well, I mean, he's not absolutely murdering us, and we're just raking in the dough.
Yeah.
From his support. So I don't know. That's my only pushback to why Liam could potentially not get that seat.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, let's park him in the VCarb. That's, I feel like, what their thing is they're like, let's park as much talent as we can here and see what happens.
Right. But then the question becomes like, all right, well, now is Yuki's seat under fire?
I don't know. Like, what? I don't know.
Well,
no.
If Liam keeps beating the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, but it depends. It depends on what VCarb's expectation was for him this year. Like, obviously, we aren't privy to, hey, this is where we expect you to end the season at. Yeah. So if he meets those expectations, then he's fine. But if not, then he's fucked.
He's fucked.
And like, that's another thing of, well, stay consistent and have a short leash on people. Yeah. Like, if they're like, yo, we expect you to finish.
Stay consistent and put a short leash on people? Checo?
Well, that's what I'm saying they broke the mold with Checo, but like for Yuki, if they're like, yo, we expect you to get 55 points this year.
Yeah.
And he gets 24.
Out.
And it's like, you're fucking gone, dude.
Bye.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, you have motherfuckers that have been chilling. We have Alex Albon chilling.
Yeah.
K-Mag was obviously chilling for the most part. Ollie Behrman took his seat.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Albon chilling. Now you got this young rook in here that is fucking putting the hammer down on that motherfucker.
I think he's retained. I think there's a big chance he ends up at Audi.
Colapinto?
Yeah. I think there's a large chance that he ends up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
especially if he is going to be that pay driver too.
Right.
They're like, fuck, we'll just replace this. What is it?
Argentinian?
What? No, I know, but what?
Chinese. Jesus
Thank you.
Christ.
We'll just replace this Chinese pay driver with this Argentinian pay driver,
Unbelievable.
who's apparently better and had better performance.
He's also hilarious. That guy's unhinged, by
Is
the
he?
way. Colapinto?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
Bro, he was in an interview. Did you? Dude, so
I
they
didn't
were like-
see the interview.
they're like, hey, Colapinto, like you had fastest lap for a while, and then we saw that
Oh
guy.
yes, I did see that.
We saw that got snagged off you, and he's like, yeah. He was like, I thought I thought I had it secured, and the fucking French came in and stole that shit. They put on new tires and they stole my fastest lap. And he was like, I kind of disagree with that because aren't we trying to save the environment? That's a lot of rubber, a lot of money in rubber. We're just like, what the fuck
We're
is
going
this guy
to-
talking about?
We're going to what, zero emission in 2026, and here these motherfuckers are just using
that
more
was
rubber.
his argument. He's like, we're trying to save the environment. That's kind of
Fuck
fucked
yeah.
up.
That's
It's like the fucking
hilarious.
French. I was like, oh my god.
All right, bro.
The kid's a dog.
We're getting late into the episode. We definitely need to address the situation between Max and Lando.
Okay.
And folks, this is something that Evan and I have worked really hard on. Is like we've said all the fucking time. We are not technical.
No.
We are not here to analyze. Well, he went this far
Yeah.
into the fucking
Right.
corner, and it was technically his corner.
Right.
No,
We don't do that. We don't do that.
we see all the shit that people are putting out there.
We're not going to regurgitate it. This
Yeah,
is-
and we just want to talk about our emotions and our feelings here.
There we go.
So I want to start with you.
Okay.
From what you saw, because like you said, being in the grandstands, you couldn't see it too well. What is your take on it?
My take is that, listen, like, you saw the pit stop happen. Lando had the tire advantage. And, like, you see him coming down the straight. You see him get closer and closer with each lap, like, coming closer to Max, like, closing that gap. And then eventually it's like, fights on. Here we go.
Right.
And so you start seeing defensive moves from both of them. And this went on for a good 10 laps of then, like, trading blows,
Right.
at least on my corner. And then sure enough, with, 3 laps left, I think,
Mm-hmm.
Lando finally just says, fuck it, I'm going for a crazy move, dive bombs around the outside while Max goes for defensive on the inside.
Where he fucking knows the rules.
He knows the rules, whatever. Who cares? Regardless,
Yeah.
overtook off track limits. Yeah, exactly. So what happened was, what I think should have happened is he should have tried to do that earlier and just said, fuck it. Like, I'll take the fucking penalty and, like, I'm going to ride off into the sunset. Because in those 3 laps,
He did.
he put on, like, a 4-second gap.
You're like, if you could have just eked out
Right.
another, if you did it on lap 7 and you get a 5-second penalty.
You would have been off, and you might have been chasing those Ferraris.
Yeah, dude.
You might have been chasing those Ferraris, dude. But yeah, like Lando, if you're gonna be a fucking idiot and just be like, okay, I'll just risk taking the penalty with 3 laps left.
What do they say? Throwing all caution to the wind?
Yeah, saying fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude, do that with like 10 laps left.
Yeah.
When the battle
Give
starts,
yourself a chance.
give yourself a little bit of a chance if you're gonna eat that penalty.
My take on it, right, is, and it's like a lot of the internet, it's Max knows these rules too damn well, dude.
He
He knows exactly where to put the car. Well, he doesn't. First off, he doesn't put a fucking finger wrong.
That's the whole thing, right?
It's like he's just so consistent, so hits his marks every fucking time.
like the thing
It
is,
makes it impossible.
he's not going to make a mistake, so you have to do it with real racecraft. And even then, it's close to impossible.
And then you're taking a huge risk like Lando did.
Yeah.
And I'm of the field, and I'm pretty sure you knew what my side would be. Is like, that's such fucking bullshit,
It is.
man, dude.
It
It's
is.
so fucking stupid that like he doesn't get anything for going off the track as well. Like, come on,
But
like,
didn't-
use fucking logic,
But George also got a penalty for pushing another driver off the track.
right? So why doesn't that apply here?
we're not going to get into it, but technically Max was ahead.
It was his
at the
corner.
apex.
No, no, no.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fucking stupid, man.
He knows the rules
Yeah.
better than us.
No, for sure. Let's.
Hey, can we talk about this?
What are we talking about?
Let's give Charles his flowers, dog.
Yeah.
This just, I mean, like, it's crazy because, like, this whole
He
Max.
put his car in the perfect spot too.
Oh
at the
my!
beginning of the race.
Dude, should we talk about Lando's start, bro? Lando, pole position, had the position. Max attacked full on.
Yeah.
Again, kind of forced Lando
Yes,
off
dude.
the
Right.
track.
And you're like, okay, the same scenario fucking happened later, dude. But Leclerc,
And Charles was like, "I'll take that."
he was right there, and that's, I feel like that is the epitome of what we talk about with Checo.
Yeah.
Is qualify in a better spot. Be where Charles is so that can be you. Like,
Right.
yo, do your part for the fucking team. But having said that, Charles was right place, right time, good start. They'd say, I don't know, not technical. They're like, it was a decent start, but he got a great launch.
Bro, I'm sure Charles was licking his chops seeing Lando and
And
Max
he
in
saw
front
him,
of him.
like, he saw him, and he's like, oh, fuck.
And then-
dude, look at how much space I
Exactly.
have here,
Yeah.
dude.
So Carlos
Thanks, boys.
was stuck behind Lando and Max, and Charles just had the inside. So he
It
just
was like
took it and
was
went
like
off.
the parting of the Red Seas.
Exactly. He's like, "Oh, thank you.
thank you.
You fucking idiots."
But then, like, no mistakes. He was just solid all day.
Dude, he was so fast. Like,
Yeah.
you should have seen that gap, like, open up
I'm
over
sure
the
it's
course
just
of the
kept
first,
growing
like,
and growing. You're like-
15 laps. I was like, holy shit, this
Sitting
motherfucker
there, I'm sure you
is
were just like-
dusting everyone.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
and
And it's just
more.
like, and then eventually, like, no one's on the straight by the time he's at turn one. You're like, God damn.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
He had it wrapped up.
Yeah. And then, let's see.
GR63.
Yes, GR63. Wait, the start, though.
Sorry.
Lando fucks up another start. Charles takes that. Let's give Charles his flowers, dude. What I mean, like,
We
what a
just did.
fucking rate. We did?
Just
Is that the whole
now.
thing?
Just now.
All right, fine. All right.
What?
That's
Are you okay?
not really.
Are you having a stroke? Oh my god! You almost just
But-
repeated the whole.
Here's
fucking
what I
thing.
wanted to say. Is like, it's funny because like Max eats this shit up. Like Max
Right.
is like a racer, dude.
Right.
So whenever he has these like wheel to wheel battles that actually like are intense and
Yeah.
mean something, Max is like, fuck yes, let's go, dude. And so after the battle's done, Max is like, wasn't that fucking fun? And then Lando, on the other hand, is like battling for his life,
Yeah.
and like it just sucks the life out of the kid.
Yeah.
Like Lando is just like, God damn, like that was exhausting. He still beat me.
Because he pushed
And-
so hard. Like, I mean, like he's trying to eat into the gap where Max is just like, oh, well, that's another day in the
Well,
office.
my thing
for
is
me.
like, yeah, Max is like, this is a fucking blast, and
Yeah.
Lando is like, so much of me who I am as a human just got taken out of me because of that race.
Right.
And Max is like, wasn't that great? We
Right.
put on a show, huh?
Yeah.
And Max is like, yeah, and Lando's like a depressed puppy.
Yeah.
So funny, dude.
I think we can.
Let's move on.
No. I was just saying. I think it'll segue nicely into going over our recap where we can like briefly talk about like Callum Pinto's races and GR's races
Yeah.
just because of our picks.
Okay.
So let's go into the recapping what we chose.
All right, let's do it.
So we're starting off with Williams. We both picked Alex Albon, dude.
Oh, he fucked up.
Yeah. Whereas Callum Pinto, fucking P10, dude.
Points.
Points.
Albon sitting there chilling.
And Albon, what? Where was that?
He was like P19.
Where
bro.
was that fool? No.
He was back
16.
there. Yeah, he was back there.
P16. Not good.
Not great.
Not a good look for us.
No.
We're not experts.
Nope.
We've never claimed to,
So shut up about
nor
it.
will we ever be. All right. Both of us on V-Car, or no, I'm sorry. On
Did you pick Lawson?
Steak.
Oh, Steak.
No. Maybe I did.
Ooh.
But I think I messed up in other spots.
Okay.
But on Steak, we both took Bottas.
Good call.
butt ass. P17
Butt ass.
versus P19. Like, fucking
Ass, bro.
bullshit.
They look so slow. It was cool. You can tell.
Is it significant? Like,
You could tell, like, how early people are getting on the power at turn 1.
when they have control.
Yes, you can tell how early they're putting on the power.
Yeah.
And it's like those Red Bulls, Ferraris, McLarens. They're stepping on it by the time, like, the second they hit the apex is what? They're out of there. And then, like, for, like, the stakes, like the Williams,
They're like
the
tiptoeing.
Alpines, it's like they're and then it takes so much longer for them to press the power.
Interesting.
It's crazy to
That's
watch.
so
It is
cool.
cool. Yeah.
That's sick. Okay, V-Carb, you had Yuki.
Hey,
I had Liam Lawson.
wow, what a fucking pick.
I told you he's going to come out on a fucking banger, dude. Lawson P9, Yuki was P14. For Alpine, we both had Pierre Gasly.
Good. He had a weekend, bro.
P12.
He had a good weekend. He was flying in qualifying.
Yeah. Versus stupid ass Ocon in P18.
He got spun around. Stupid
Yeah.
bitch.
Idiot. You deserve
Stupid
it.
bitch Ocon. You got turned around.
Oh, did I bring this up? Did I skip this? We both had Hulk for Haas. And Nico was P8.
Nice.
So we both did good there.
Okay.
Aston Martin. We both had Fernando Alonso. A disappointing P17, man.
Yikes.
And a disappointing P15 for Stroll.
Wow, Stroll
Not a
edged
good
it out.
showing, though. Damn it, dude. This is where I frigged up. You had Chuck. I had Carlos.
Ooh.
Fuck. Oh, it's... God dang. Dude, every fucking time
Lewis?
it's a draw.
For what?
Because I picked Liam over Yuki.
Yeah.
And that's the only other spot we
Those
differed.
were the only differences?
Yeah, because the rest we did Lewis, both of us. We both had Max, and we both had Lando.
Yeah. Fuck.
So
Draw.
we're
Still
even.
up by
It's
one.
a draw. You're still up by one.
Whew.
Okay. All right, let's wrap it up
Okay.
with our predictions on the Mexican GP.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to do this real quick.
Okay.
What are you doing with Williams, huh?
I'm taking Colapinto.
I am too. I was going to do that regardless of you. So don't call me a copycat. What are you doing for steak?
Valtteri Bottas.
All right. I'm doing VB as well too.
Yeah.
Copycat. Haas.
Haas. You know, they're kind of neck and neck. I'm still taking Hulkenberg, though.
They really are. Hold on, let me write this down for you. I'm gonna take K-Mag, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Switch it up a little bit.
Switch it up, dude.
What do we have next? V-Carb.
I'm taking Lawson, dog.
Okay. I'm gonna switch it up from you this weekend.
Go Yuki.
I'm gonna go Yuki, and
Okay.
he's got some pressure on him. He's gotta have a good weekend.
I'm going Lawson.
He's feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
We'll see. Alpine.
Let's go with Pierre Gasly.
Yeah, we're both going Gasly.
Yeah.
Per usual.
Fuck Ocon.
We always have the... I'm sure all the listeners can attest. There's the ones that we're never going to stray from.
Yeah.
Aston.
How do you go for Lando? You just can't. Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
Never gonna go for Stroll. Ever.
Not going for that daddy boy little bitch ass.
Yeah.
It
It was funny during whenever the cars were like first coming out. Like, you know, Lewis would come out, Checo would come out, Max would come out, then Lance would come out. No one would do anything, and I'd be like, "Let's go, Stroll! You got it, Stroll!"
You win again. You went against your gut, man. You should have been booing him.
I know.
Boo!
I
You
know.
rich. Entitled piece of shit.
But I was the only one screaming for Stroll. It's like,
yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Ferrari.
Chuckles.
Chuck.
That's my guy.
PJ's Chuck as well. What do we have next? Merc.
This is a toss-up. I don't know. How is Lewis around here historically? Do you know? Who are you choosing? I'm going the opposite.
George.
You're going George?
Yeah, dude. Lewis
Okay.
has packed the fucking bag, man.
I know. I'll go Lewis.
It's hard for me to go against my favorite driver, but he's packed it in.
Okay.
He doesn't give a shit.
I'll go Lewis. That might be detrimental to my thing here, but
Red Bull. I mean, does he show up at his home race? Like,
I think he's going to be It's like last year. He fucked himself up.
he's gonna try too hard.
I'm still going
man.
Max.
He's gonna try too hard.
Still going Max.
I'm going Max as well, and then that leaves us with McLaren. If there's a chance, they're fucking doing team orders, and
Yeah,
so
it's got to be Lando.
Yeah. You have to take the safe bet, and you have to go Lando nowadays. All right.
Smart bets, and I've been hitting on all my bets lately, so
I know. I'm gonna start tailing you.
tailing my bets, dude.
Yeah. All right, dude. That's all we got for you guys.
That's all we
today.
got, people. We suck, but thank you for listening.
You're welcome for being us. Come back next week, where we'll do the same shit over again.
Exactly.
You'll hear the same exact yappingness
Same
from
shit,
these
same
boys.
yapping.
But we appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching and sticking with us. We're still. I mean, we're trying.
We're trying.
You know, I'm proud of the work we've done.
I'm proud of it.
I am proud.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. So we're going to keep pumping shit out for you guys. We appreciate the love and support. Like I said earlier, go like, comment, subscribe, follow us, do all the shit.
Go follow Only F1 Fans on Instagram.
Okay, we don't need that because you guys need to do that for Track Walk Pod. It's Track Walk Pod on everything. But
Do it, please.
love
Please
you
help us
guys.
out.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
here. We'll see you again next week after the Mexican GP.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Love you, folks. Bye.
See ya.